I'm Jessica Klimisch, a creative writer, writing coach, and editor. And today I want to issue you a creative writing challenge. It has to do with creatively channeling any and all the kinds of feelings you might be thinking or feeling about what is going on in the world and in the US right now. There is so much hateful and vile speech pervading our society. People attack others, call them names. They repeat lies, make up information, propaganda, all sorts of things. And if you're paying attention, you're likely rightfully angry. But as humans, this anger that we might be feeling can get us in a lot of trouble. Anger can make us say things that may be true, but the way we say them is unproductive. To lash out in anger is easy. We see it all the time, especially on social media, in posts and in comments, all kinds of ways that people express their anger, and a lot of it is unproductive. What is not easy, and this has to do with the challenge that I want to issue you, is channeling anger and outrage in productive ways. As creative writers, we have a unique advantage. We have tools at our disposal. We have our minds. We have our pens, our figurative pens. About a year ago, I posted on social media something to the effect of my goal was to write a story or book that would be banned somewhere. And it is actually one of my, not my primary goals as a creative writer, but it is a goal that I have as a creative writer. So you might ask, why would I want to have my story or book or whatever banned? Because the books and stories and things that get banned are usually the most powerful. They are the books with the truest message, the messages that people are afraid to hear. So if someone would choose to ban something that I've written, which I don't foresee happening anytime soon, it would be a compliment to me because it would tell me that what I've written is that powerful. It has that much of an impact on other people. And what more could a creative writer ask for, right? To have that power. And one of the hardest things in creative writing is learning how to craft a message without making it sound like a message, without making it sound preachy or like you're teaching someone a lesson. You want to craft it in an interesting way, in a timeless way, in a way that's going to reach a diverse audience. And you want the message to entertain. You want it to be something that people want to read, good literature. And that is not easy. To write something that powerful and effective is hard to do because it can't read like hate. It has to rise above that. And rising above hate and anger as a writer, or as a person, in general, it requires a kind of discipline. And it requires skill and a rational mind. It requires technique and critical thinking and creative thinking. It requires intentional language and thought. So my writing challenge to you in these heated times is to think how you can get a message across to people that doesn't add to the hate and divisiveness. Entertainment with social commentary, if you will. Think 1984, think To Kill a Mockingbird. Google banned books and find a list, read those books, read those authors, and study them. Study what they do, how they do it. That's the study of craft in creative writing, is exactly that. So you study it and then try your hand at it. Strive to write something that powerful, that can make a difference, even to a small group of people, because stories do make a difference. Writers are important, and they are especially important in times of divisiveness and heated emotions. It is easy to be vengeful and to seek retribution from your enemies. And that's why it's also cowardly. It's weak, a cop-out. It is so much harder to write with humanity in mind and with this idea of people being important, of people reading your work and thinking you have a message that you can get across in a creative way, be it metaphor, allegory, whatever, because it's so much harder to treat injustice with care and thoughtfulness, to act with humanity, to write with humanity. So that is my creative writing challenge to you. And if you need assistance with your writing, my coaching services are available. Check out jessicaclemish.com. And there is still time to register for my workshop on intuition, using your intuition for writing and self-editing. And of course, you can support me by subscribing to my channel, by liking or commenting on this video or sharing it, of course. And thank you for watching. See you next time.